Bowman, and this is the Recycled Bloom Craft Kit. So everything in this kit, for the most part, is recycled. You're gonna start, let's see here. In the kit, you'll have magazine pages that have been cut into hearts that we've cut for you, and all of the hearts should be of good quality with various colors. And then you have a pencil, a piece of chalk, 2 glue sticks, a little tube of white paint, paintbrush, a little piece of sandpaper for the very end, a piece of paper that says Bloom, and then a pallet wood sign that is made of barnwood. Okay, so let's get right to it. So first you're going to take your chalk and you're going to rub it all along the back side of this paper, right where the words are. You want to make sure you get a lot of chalk on there. This is going to create the outline for your stencil, so you want it to be really good. Okay, so when that's in place, you're going to center it on the board and then hold it with one hand while you trace with the other. And you're just going to trace the outside. You want to press pretty hard, not hard enough to break your pencil, but hard enough that that chalk will come off the back. So there's your chalk outline that you're going to be using. If your chalk outline is very vague or non-existent, go back over it and press really, really hard and just go over it and over it and over it until you get the chalk outline. And if you need to add more chalk to your stencil, go ahead and do that. If you totally mess it up, just take like a toothbrush or something, wipe all the chalk off and start all over. Okay, so now you're going to get your white paint. I would put it close to you so you don't drip, but use your paper so that you don't drip on the board. And then ever so carefully, you are going to trace this outline with your brush. And don't worry if it looks a little spotty or it's not, your lines aren't super straight, don't worry, because we have a technique at the end that's gonna straighten out some of your lines. So just get it done, and then we'll worry about straightening it out and making it smooth at the very end. So if you have like blotchy spots or anything like that, just let it be. So you're going to let this dry for, I would set it outside if you're in a hurry. But go ahead and set this aside, and then we're gonna make the paper flowers while that's drying. Okay, so to make the flowers, you wanna pick 9 petals, and you want all the petals to look different. So 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Make sure you look on both sides, because sometimes both sides of the flowers have really pretty graphics. Okay, so once you have your 9 flowers, you're gonna separate it into 3 piles. So the first pile has 4, 2, 3, 4, and then the second pile has 3, 1, 2, 3, and the third pile just has 2. So that's 9 petals total, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So we're gonna work on the biggest layer first, which is these 4. Okay, so you're gonna take this first petal and you're gonna glue about a third of the way in. And then you're gonna overlap. from here, you're gonna put one more strip of glue right here. I like to put it on the very edge because I want this flower to stay open. If you make this last one too tight, you're gonna end up with a flower like this. And from the side, it's very straight up and down. So you want it to stay open as possible. So just right along the edge there. Okay. All right, so that's our bottom layer. That's our most open layer. Now we're gonna work on the next one, which is the middle layer. So again, just on the outer third, overlap. And that's our middle layer. And then our most inside layer is the 2 flowers. So same thing, just overlap them. Okay, so now we just need to piece these together. We're gonna put this one inside of this one and then both of them inside of here. So to start off, you're just gonna bend this tip so it folds over. And what that's gonna do is that's gonna make this petal sit down inside of the flower. So just put one little piece of glue on it, fold it over, and then I'll kind of square it off so that it stays round. Just make sure it keeps its round shape and it doesn't go flat. And then you're gonna glue this on the inside of this guy. So I like to put some on the outside and then just a little bit on the bottom. And then you're gonna press that on there. And you wanna kind of move it around to make sure that when it dries centered. So the petals look like they're floating inside of each other. And then this last one, you're gonna cut so it's flat. Okay, so the first one, you're folding the piece over, and then this second layer, you're just gonna cut just a little bit so that it creates a flat surface so that it can sit inside of here nice and round. So you're gonna put some glue on the bottom of it, a little bit around the outsides, and then you're gonna push that down in there, hold it, make sure that it stays centered as it's drying. And just kind of fluff it up and make sure it's round. So that's a flower, and then in total you're gonna need 9 or 10 flowers. So just keep making those until you have 9 or 10, and we'll continue. Okay, after you get all of your flowers made, you're gonna bring your sign back, and hopefully the paint is dry by now. So this is the part where we're gonna fix some of that paint. So your lines might not be straight. We are painting on palette wood, and it also might be splotchy. So you're gonna take your piece of sandpaper that you got in your kit, and you're just gonna lightly sand over the paint. And it kind of gives it that distressed look, but it also gives it that finished look, ironically. Okay, so now we're gonna start attaching the flowers. If it were me, and it is because I'm putting this one together, I am going to not start on center, I'm gonna start off center. So I like to snip just a little bit off the back of my flowers so that they have something to balance on. And then you're just gonna put glue all around the bottom. And you really need to hold it until it's stable. And the goal here is to just make a big oval right around that bloom. total you should need about 9 flowers. I think right here I only used 8 because I spread mine out, but your kit comes with enough flowers to make 10. So you can squish them together if you want, or you can spread them out. And then just make sure that you can see the word bloom really well. You need to move a flower out so that it can be seen. Just go ahead and rip it off. It should be easy to put back on. These two I want to be just a little bit higher so that they give the sign a little bit of arch. So I'm going to bring these up just a little bit so they make that circle. And to do it, just kind of pinch right at the bottom so you're pulling right from that glue with your fingernails. And then just straighten it back out before you put it back on. Much better. Hey, so I hope you guys learned some things in this kit. I love making paper flowers, especially out of like magazines, old books, photos. And so feel free to add your own touch. It'd be cool to see some of you guys do photos